I guess I want to go back to something that it has to do with more the emotional side of this thing and the spiritual side of this thing, and the fact, because this is what happened to Adam too, the leaving of the old story. You know, I read some things by Christian folks and they're into the new story, and boy, that seemed awfully easy to me for them to go there. And you know, what about leaving that security? And you know, for me, I realized that gradually over time, over that gradual time, in leaving the old story, there is a sense of guilt, a sense of betrayal. I mean, this is something I loved, something I held sacred. Some anger. You know, they told me this stuff, it wasn't true. I mean, there's all that sort of stuff. There's a point where Adam, and this happens in a dream, before he can really tell the new story, has to say to his past, I forgive, and I am forgiven. I can go forth and tell the story. And I think, as we think of dealing with old and story, it's not just a head thing. There are those types of things that have to happen. For me, a key point was, I don't know, this is 20 years ago, I recalled seeing the movie Chariots of Fire. Okay. And in there, Eric Liddell, the runner, has a conflict between a talent, you know, and what God expected of him. There's one point where he said, but God made me fast. That was the answer. But God made me fast. And as I recalled that, I said, but God made me curious. So I was telling the story at a Baptist study group the next day. And Tom, who was leading the group, he said, but you know what happened next? Eric Liddell said, and when I run, I feel his pleasure. And I had forgotten that part. And I, over the years, haven't always felt the pleasure. I would like to feel more of the pleasure, the blessing of curiosity. And I think that helps with the leaving of the old story. And I was talking to a group at St. Mary's once, it was graduate students, and the question of doubt came up, you know, having doubts, and doubts are a problem. I said, well, why not frame doubt as curiosity? It's sort of the same thing if you think about it. And why not simply bless curiosity? This is God's work. You know, wherever it leads you. Maybe it leads you away from your particular religion. Maybe it leads you away from your particular science. But why not bless curiosity?